Today is February 17th, 2021. Let's level up! So, what are you guys playing? Chat is open. You can send us a message and stuff like that. I've been playing some Dominions 5 with some friends. I'm playing No Retreat, North Africa. I am playing Ardennes 44. Somebody just sent me a request to play some games on Board Game Arena. I am super excited. This weekend I'm going to play a ton of games on uplinkconvention.com. I am running a whole slew of board gaming events. You can check that out at gamemastergames.com or on the Facebook page Game Master Games or uplinkconvention.com. You should be able to see the schedule there. The convention is $10. But now if you're a video game player, hey Bill, nice to see you. If you're a video game player, this is going to be a great convention. They have like 25 guests. They have like 10 panels. They have all of this super cool video game stuff. They have tournaments. They have free play. I've been in on their planning meetings and it's really a video game convention, not a tabletop convention. But me and AJ and Will have added some tabletop games. AJ and Will are running some D&D games and Masks and Fate systems. Should be an absolute blast. You can sign up. Pay your $10 and sign up for those games. And I'm running a whole slew of games on Board Game Arena. And if we get more people coming, I'll open up a second and third game, all running at the same time slot. So should be madness. That's uplinkconvention.com. And that's brought to you by LI Retro. Okay, and then Ginger and I had not only recently our anniversary and, of course, Valentine's Day, but the thing is, we got the Pearl of Your Heart, is that what it is? Pearl of Your Heart plaster thingamabobber, and you probably have seen the advertising around. Ours turned out awesome. So this is our two hands holding hands. You can see like the detail of our rings and stuff like that right in the plaster. And of course, you just put it on your shelf, but it's just really a neat little thing. So, highly suggest as a gift. And it doesn't have to be like a significant other either. You can get it for a parent or a cousin or a baby. They can dip their hands in there. Like maybe you can have them praying or dip the feet of a little baby in there. Or a handprint. It's unbelievable. You can use it for almost anything. So. That is Pearl of My Heart, if I'm not mistaken. I got the box over there. Oh, well, anyway, that is, it's interesting. She married a bush. But today we are here to talk about games. So, anyway, the game that we chose tonight I've covered this game before, but on my own Twitch channel. So the thing is we're covering some of the classics on Long Island Tabletop, and a lot of you have played this game. Most people are aware of this game. So it is A Ticket to Ride. There we go. You got a ticket to ride, choo-choo. Or something like that. Like I've said before, this show is completely scripted, as you know. Anyway, Ticket to Ride is by Days of Wonder. It is, this is our little boardgamegeek.com thing that we like to do. It is overall rank out of more than 100,000 games. That's right, Bill. This is what we call a new classic. And out of 100,000 games on boardgamegeek.com, it's rated number 174. Unbelievable. In the family game section, it's rated number 33. Now, this is probably because a lot of people have come out. A lot of games have come out. A lot of family games have come out recently. If you looked at this last year, it was going to probably be rated like 10. And if you looked at it 2 years ago, it was probably rated 1 or 2. It is rated 7.4 overall, which is a fantastic score. Ginger and I say anything over 6.5 is usually a fantastic game. 2 to 5 players. What else we got here? Ages 8 plus. Yes, ages 8 plus. This is good. 30 to 60 minutes. It's very light on how to learn. And again, we just do a quick overview here on this show. We don't really teach you how to play. Designers, Alan Moon. Artists. By the way, it came out in 2004. So like we talked about this. Oh, cool. There you go. Rich has joined us, and he said Ticket to Ride is probably his wife's favorite game. That's cool. So 2004 is really like the beginning of the overtaking of the tabletop board gaming market in the United States, and it was one of the first games to come over from Europe. We did call it a Euro game, area control. Euro game, generally, the definition of that is area control and point driven, victory point driven. So you got to win by victory points. The designer's Alan Moon, we said that already. Artist is Cyril Daujun. Looks two Cyril Daujones. That's probably a mistake. And Julien Delval, you can sense some French names in there. And the publisher is Days of Wonder, which we already talked about. Okay, so a quick overview of the game. This is the American map, and this is the one that came out first in America, which is a good thing, I guess. But there is a lot of maps. There's got to be like 20 different maps right now. And the European map adds stations and tunnels. And there's other maps that add different things. And so the game itself adds, depending on which version you have, it adds a whole bunch of other stuff. So, and Bill is saying here, that's LI Giants fan. He says, Dave taught, I helped and played a few games with some fans of the game. Yes, thank you, Bill, for your help. So basically, how do you get points? There's basically 3 things you can do during your turn, and this all leads to you getting points. So the objective is the person with the most points at the end of the game wins. All right, that's a victory point. Now, when we talk about area control, green, you can see controls these 2 rail lines right here, and that means that nobody else can build there. So you can shut other people out, but that's not really the essence of the game. You are just trying to do your own thing. So how do you score points? There's basically 3 ways to score points. The first way is putting trains onto the map. So this yellow player that put these 2 trains down on the map, we consult our little table right here, and putting 2 trains on the map gets you 2 points. If you're lucky enough to fill a route with 6 trains in a row, then you could get 15 points for that. But that gets a little bit difficult. You can see there's a few spots for 6 spots up here. You'll need 6 white cards, which we're going to talk about shortly. The second way to score points is by, at the end of the game, that you have completed a route. So in order for me to complete this route here, I've got to build a train. Doesn't matter how it goes. It could snake all around the country, but I've got to build a train from Los Angeles to Chicago. If at the end of the game I have that completed, and I keep this secret, I'm not going to tell other people that I have it completed, then I score 16 points at the end of the game. If I have not completed the route at the end of the game, I get minus 16 points. That's no good. So there is, yes, lucky. What is this? That is strategic planning, my darling. Okay, well, there you go. And the third way to score points is the person with the longest continuous track at the end of the game. The very last scoring that you do, the person with the longest continuous track gets a bonus of 10 points. And I will tell you, about a third of the games comes down to this, because maybe one person's got 95 points and the other person has 100 points. After we count up all these, all the cards and all the track that's been put down, and bang, that longest route wins the game. So it can sneak up on you. It can be a surprise at the end. How do we signify the end of the game? Well, you've got all this trains in your supply. Well, the minute that you place trains on the map and somebody has 2 trains left, or 1 train left, or 0 trains left, after they put some trains onto the track, that signifies the final round. So you're sort of watching the game, seeing how many trains the other players have left, and building your strategy off of that. So this is the 3 things you can do during your turn. Very, very simple. This game is so easy to teach at conventions. I've probably taught 100 people how to play this game at least. And I hope that when we do board game nights at the Bethpage Library again, I'm sure they have a copy of Ticket to Ride there to take out. I'm sure we're going to be teaching this to more and more people. Okay, so during your turn, you basically have 3 things that you can do. Take a look. I have simulated the green's hand here. He's got these 3 ticket cards that he's trying to build these routes. And he's got this hand of 5 trains. So he's got 2 blue trains and 2 pink trains. Well, he's got to build between Los Angeles and Chicago. So let's see. Denver and El Paso, let's see instead. So he's got to build between here and here. So for me to build trains, I essentially can turn in 2 blue cards. They have to be the same color. And I can turn 2 of them, and you can see 2 spots here. Now, the gray means I can use any color cards for these. So if it was my turn, I can put down these 2 trains. turn in these 2 blue cards to the discard, and I place 2 trains, I score 2 points. So one of the things you can do during your turn is put down trains. So that's one of the things you can do. Or get more cards, get more train cards, or get more ticket cards. Those are the 3 things. Trains, place trains on the map. Get more train cards, get more ticket cards. So that's it. So how do you get more train cards? Well, I just turned in those. I need to try to get 2 more matching, which I have the 2 pink, but I really need to build from between these 2. So I want to collect 4 orange and 4 black. Well, take a look. I have 1 black. There's no hand limit. So I get to draw 2 cards off of here. So I can take 1 card. There's no black cards here, so I don't want to take any from there. So I can take 1 off the top of the deck, and I got a red one, okay? And I can take another one off the top of the deck, and I got another red one. Okay, that's good. So I can do some advanced planning, place track down on another location, possibly with those reds. Now, maybe I wanted a green one, and the next player goes and they want a green one. If they take the green one, then a new card comes out. Okay, and I should have set this up in advance, but there's locomotives, there's wild cards. So you'll see this can count for any color. So if I had this in my hand, I could essentially have 3 red, or I could have 3 pink, or I could have 2 black. And that's how that works. There's a bunch of other small rules. We're not going to get that much into it. The last thing you can do, so it's either put down trains, get more cards so you can put down trains later, or get more tickets. Now, getting more tickets can be a little bit dangerous because I've got some tickets already. And remember, if I don't complete those routes, those are minus points at the end of the game. But sometimes you've completed most of your routes or are about to complete some of the routes, and this is a really good way to score games. So if I wanted to get more tickets, I would draw 3. I would draw 3 cards, and then I can choose. I have to keep at least 1. I can keep all 3. So maybe I have already partially completed some of these routes. Like maybe this one I haven't worked on since all my other routes are, like you can see here, going north-south or whatever. So maybe I'll discard that one. But maybe this one I have most of the track completed already in those areas. So then that way I might keep this one as another ticket. Now it's dangerous and it's a tough strategy because, again, if I don't complete that by end of the game, I get minus 13 points. That's about as quick overview as I can do in a quick little show. Hey, I'd love to hear if you have had fun with Ticket to Ride. We already heard from Bill and Rich. If you're watching this now on Twitch or later on Twitch, or if you are watching this on YouTube, leave a comment, leave a like, put a follow, just hit subscribe, send me a message at dave@gamemastergames.com, Ticket to Ride, or come join me and chat with me. I'd love to see you at uplinkconvention.com this weekend. We're playing a whole bunch of board games on Board Game Arena. You don't need we're not going to be playing Ticket to Ride, but I will teach you those games, and you don't need you need to make a Board Game Arena account, but just make a free account, and you can come join me at Uplink Convention. So here we go. I'm building a track between hand and thumb. Okay, so here we go. Really appreciate you guys coming tonight. There's our phone number, my email I mentioned, Facebook page, 3 stores we support on Long Island. Pause this video if you want to write down the phone numbers. I got a semi-daily blog, which you can also find about the conventions and other events that are going on. Ginger's starting to get some business for the 2022 for her wedding officiant business. If you're planning on getting married or know somebody that plans on getting married, and go check out Ginger's website, Joyful Day Ceremonies. There's the uplink information. Oh my goodness. Tell people about Over Coffee. We're having a blast on Over Coffee. It's a morning talk show where you talk about games or just about anything. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6:30 in the morning. It's super early. We're all drinking coffee, trying to stay awake. Doug is painting. Me and John are getting ready for work while you're watching the show. We have a good time. So we'd love to have you chat with us, join us, even join us as a guest if you want. If you are getting up that early, listen to us while you're getting ready for work, or actually watch it later on Twitch or the LI Tabletop YouTube channel. So I'm also on Patreon. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and there's some other games that I'm playing. Also on GMG Dave on BoardGameGeek.com. Come chat with us. Come talk with us. Go to the website, Game Master Games. Love to hear you Love to hear you talk about Ticket to Ride or any of your other favorite games that you might be playing right now. So with that said, hey, give yourself 100 experience points for joining us tonight. Now, if you've ever won by getting that 10 extra points in Ticket to Ride, give yourself an extra 22 experience points. And one day I will put out some information about what you could do with those experience points. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So, because I know Bill and Rich, who joined us tonight, have got probably like 10,000 experience points because they're like my favorite fans right now. And of course, my beautiful wife, Ginger, has a bazillion experience points, right? Happy wife, happy life, right? I think we said something like that before, maybe even earlier today. Okay, anyway, so until we meet again, keep your tracks dry and your railroads ready and your engines strong. Bill says 22 times. Have a great night. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.